Hello, I hope you all can hear me. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. I hope you all can hear me. My name is Emma Rogers Jordan. Um, I am so happy that I get to bring the details of this information to you. Um, So I just have a couple things going on, and I have a couple of my own personal concerns, and I'm going to go on and I'm going to share those concerns with you. And this is all about pregnancy prevention and methods with which you would be able to utilize for pregnancy prevention. At the end of this podcast, and then at the end of this video, I will be posting a couple of the details of the items that I am utilizing. I'm going to go in and I'm going to post them within the notes and the descriptions right down below. So if you wish to utilize those, then you could. And just a little disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am not a nurse. I am not a nurse practitioner. However, I've done extensive research on the details of the information that I am sharing here. And I just wanted to share it with you. I do encourage anyone who is listening and anyone who sees this video to go on and speak with your doctor, speak with your nurse, speak with whomever that can assist you with the best choices for family planning or pregnancy prevention. So that's my disclaimer. And so I am a Texas resident, and I chose to speak on this matter because as of September 1st, 2021, our governor, the governor of Texas, his name is Greg Abbott. He imposed an abortion law, and within the abortion law, he stated that there is going to be they all but abolished abortions. Of course, their choice to go on and do this, but they're saying this is up to 6 weeks. So we're doing this up to 6 weeks. So if any of you, if you understand anything about female anatomy, if you understand anything about how a woman's body works, the 6 weeks into a woman's pregnancy scale, excuse me, 6 weeks is only 2 weeks after a missed menstrual cycle. And you have to know that you can miss your period for any reasons. You could be stressed out. There's a lot of things going on here today in the world in 2021. And there's so many things going on. And most women at 6 weeks do not know that they are pregnant yet. So to say I'm not going to allow women to get an abortion, that's one. And to say there's no exceptions for a rape or incest or an ectopic pregnancy. That's when the women, the fertile egg is developing or implanted in a structure, then it cannot be supported for growth. So that means that that can pose a risk to a woman and make her system become more septic, which could cause the woman to die. So, that's that. And that's the law. This is not just so you understand, this is not just for Texas residents. Other governors have stated that they wanted to implement these laws in other states. So just know this is not just for us here. That this could be a possibility that this could be, enforced in many other states. So just be mindful of that. So I did want to go on and share my own story. Years ago, before I even met my husband, years ago, I became pregnant, and I was scared. I didn't know what I was going to do, and I said, I'm going to keep the baby. I just made a choice. I said, I'm going to keep the baby. I don't care what happens with the child's father. I was in a very tumultuous relationship. And I said, well, I don't care what happens. I just decided that I was going to go on and keep this baby. And lo and behold, some time had passed, and I lost the baby. And in that moment, I was very sad. I felt like my body had failed me. it put me in a very dark place. But I made a choice within that time frame that I would never find myself in this place again for something that was not particularly planned or not particularly wanted. So, that was just me. And then I started doing extensive research by talking to my own nurse practitioners or my OBGYN about the best measures for me at that particular time. So, I will say that. And then I want to get into information with regard to ovulation. So, if you were attempting to start a family, you would need to know when you ovulate. And if you were attempting not to start a family, you would still need to know when you ovulate, regardless of the fact. So it's very important for you to understand and know when you ovulate. And that helps you a great deal with family planning or not getting pregnant. So, hey, this is the time frame of the month that I need to use more of a protective measure, or this is the time of the month that I really don't need to be as protected. So just so you know, there is no absolute safe time of the month when a woman can have sex without contraception, sorry, and not risk becoming pregnant. However, there are times in the menstrual cycle when women may be most fertile and are most likely to conceive. The fertile days may last for up to 3 to 5 days after the end of your period. You're most fertile at the time of ovulation when an egg is released from your ovaries, which usually occurs 12 to 14 days before your next menstrual period. And, the biggest thing, knowing when you ovulate, just know that, years ago, women will have a calendar. They're walking around with that calendar, whether they're walking around or they're just marking it up, somewhere in their house, somewhere private, that they could just mark it up to say when they ovulate. But right now, if you have an Android or if you have an iPhone, you can go on and you can download from your app store an app. It's called Flow. I have a friend that uses that one. She says it really works for her. There's also the March of Dimes ovulation calendar. And there's also one called My Days. And all these options that you can go ahead and you can upload them to your phone helps you calculate your ovulation days. So just know. So right now, I also wanted to give information, with regard to family planning. This right here, this is clear blue. If you were attempting to start a family, just know that, so right here is when you're at your lowest peak. So I don't know if you all can kind of see that, but when you're at your lowest, it's just right there. There's nothing there. But when you're peaking, just know within that time frame, you can still become pregnant. When you're peaking, but at the highest time frame, I don't know if you can see that. At the highest is when you see that smiley face and all that vibrant stuff around that. That's when you're at your highest point. This right here, you can purchase from any Walmart. You can purchase it from any Target, and this, is a great product. If you're wanting to plan a family, start a family, or whatever. So it costs between $28 and $30, but you would be able to see that on here. And this is the cheaper version. This is, I don't know if you could see that. Let me see. Oh, whoa, I got it backwards. So if you look right there, when you see those two beaming lines right there, that means that you're at a surge and you're most likely to get pregnant within that time frame. And if you don't see a surge, you'll see those lights of the lighter color blue and then the darker color blue. That means that you're not at a surge or at risk to become pregnant. So the next thing I want to get into are methods of birth control. And so you will not become pregnant. Of course, the biggest one, I would be remiss if I didn't mention abstinence. Abstinence some people, because of their faith tells them to be abstinent, to not have sex, to abstain from sex until they're married. That's always a great option. However, you do want to understand that even married couples find themselves in a predicament, whereas there was a baby that could possibly be conceived, even when you're married. So you want to make sure that, even if you're married and you want to take some other preventative measures, that you can utilize some of the ones that I have that I'm showing you today. There's also what's called the rhythm method. The rhythm method is a type of birth control, sometimes referred to under the categories of natural family planning, or NFP. This approach to birth control involves a woman monitoring when she is fertile and avoiding sexual activity altogether, or using other types of birth control, such as condoms, um, at the time of her cycle. So you can use that method. It's called the rhythm method. One of the more controversial methods is called the withdrawal method, or the pull-out method. The only thing with that, and a lot of people have become pregnant on that method, the woman has absolutely no control over it, and you're asking the man to pull his penis from the vagina at the time that it feels at its best. You don't know whether or not that man is going to be able to do that. He's at the point of an orgasm. So it probably would be best to probably utilize a different method, or an additional method of birth control other than the withdrawal or the pull-out method. Let me see. There we go. And then, if you do find yourself in a predicament, whereas, you're not sure whether or not the person pulled out on time, or you find out, or you realize that, hey, I didn't use the correct method of birth control, there's also the morning after pill. So the morning after pill, or Plan B, you could purchase it right at any major drugstore. It's between the prices of $30 and $50, and you don't even need a prescription for it. They also have it at Planned Parenthood. If you need to go there, if there's no other option that you had, and that you've had unprotected sex. The pros to that, it's an option. The cons to something like that or using the morning after pill rather, is the fact that, if, let's just say, okay, this week you have sex and you have, and it's unprotected, and then you want to go in and utilize the same method, another morning after pill, when you have sex again, just know that it's not as effective if you continue to use it multiple times within the same cycle. So you do it, you have sex this week, and then the following week, and then the next week, it's not going to be as effective. And the faster you take it, the better. You have within a 5-day time span to go on and use the morning after pill, to prevent pregnancy. But the faster you take it, the better. So, of course, there is the option of the birth control pill. The birth control pill has been out since the 1960s, since 1960 rather, and so we have 61 years of using the birth control pill. Sometimes the pill is a great option for some people, but the pill has a lot of them have hormonal side effects. Sometimes some people need to get on ones that are not as hormonal. They don't have as many side effects. But when you have anything with hormones in it, it can, so I've heard where people have said that their hair has fallen out, or they've lost weight, or they've gained weight. But definitely speak with your doctor, or your nurse practitioner, whomever you trust, to give you additional information on whether or not you should be, use the birth control pill. There's also the IUD. It's good for young ladies. I've heard of studies that it's good for ladies that are within high school or college age, because of the fact that it lasts for up to 3 to 5 years. So if you are sexually active and you hit, I'm going to say college, okay, not that that's what I'm going to say. So just so you're entering college, and of course, hey, I don't want to become pregnant while I'm in college. I'm going to go on and use the IUD. Um, it does stand the risk of, if you get pregnant, it could cause a loss of life. If you get pregnant while you have that inserted, it could cause a loss of life. You could have, multiple problems. It does cause for some women a buildup of yeast that can make you think that you have a yeast infection. So just be mindful of that. It does cause a buildup of yeast. So that's the IUD. And then now I'm going to do the demonstration of how to go on and put on a condom. So I'm going to show you my banana. So you want to go on and you want to make sure that there's enough room in the top part of the condom. So I think I'm messing this up. So you want to make sure that there's enough room at the top of the condom for the man to be able to ejaculate. So I'm going to go on and I'm going to make sure I pull this down. I think I broke the condom. Oh my goodness. No, I thought I broke it. Oh my goodness. So you want to pull this all the way down, all the way down. So there has to be space. I think I guess have created a lot more space than what I anticipated, but that's how you will go on and you will put on the condom. You just want to make sure that there's enough room within the condom, as you see right there, for ejaculation. So there we go. And so that's how we put the condom on. I'm going to go on and I'll set that down right now. And then I'm going to get into some additional information with regard to inserts. There's pros and cons to inserts as a preventative measure of birth control. However, you can purchase inserts right there at Walmart. There's an insertable, what's called VCF film, and it's vaginal contraceptive film. So I don't know if you can see that right there, but you can purchase this from Walmart. It's about $9.99, and it's about 85 to 90% effective when using it properly. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It's already, for this one, they already have it folded in half. If it's not folded in half when you get it, you do need to fold it in half so you'll be able to insert it into the vagina. And just know you're going to turn it like such. So there we go. I don't know if you all can see that. You're going to fold it. And then I have what's called the female internal vaginal organ model that I purchased off of Amazon. And you're going to take this and you're going to insert it into the vagina. You put it all the way up, as far up as you can get it. And it is a great method that you can go on and you can use as a method of birth control, between 85 and 90% effective when using properly. You do need to insert this into the vagina 15 minutes prior to intercourse. I don't know if this is effective, if it's, used any other way, but you definitely want to use it. It does come with, just like anything else, the information on how to insert it into the vagina, and as far as putting it up as far into the cervix as possible, as a preventative measure to pregnancy prevention, preventing pregnancy. I also, and as I said before, you can purchase this at Walmart, and it's called vaginal contraceptive film. And then the next thing that I have, I think that this is a pretty good product. It's called Options Gyno 2. So Options Gyno 2 vaginal contraceptive gel. This particular gel, you can go on and you can purchase this off of from Amazon. This comes, pretty quickly in the mail, and I'm going to open it for you. And I'm going to squirt it onto my finger just so you know what it looks like. That's what it looks like. It's highly effective, and it's almost as effective. It's as effective as the film. So you can see this is what it looks like. And it goes in, where's my applicator? You would go on and you would put it inside this applicator, and you would insert this into the vagina. This is something that you could go on and you can use this. If this is a method that you wish to use, you can go on and use this method. Immediately. So you don't have to wait the 15 minutes like you would do with the film. You can go on and you can use this method of birth control. It works immediately. And it also says on the box that it's so effective that you can even use this alone if you weren't using a condom. So if you have a partner, you're in a relationship, a long-term relationship, or whatever it may be, this is also good to use it alone. This is non-hormonal, and a great method to go on and utilize as a method of birth control. The film is also non-hormonal, that you will be able to go on and utilize as a method of prevention of birth control. There are so many methods. Here, let me wipe this off my fingers. There are so many methods out there on the market as a prevention to pregnancy. And I just wanted to tell you just a couple. They even have another gel that they just put on the market. I can't remember the name. The name kind of escapes me, but there's one that just came out on the market as well, other than this one. And even if you go onto Amazon, you will see this. There's also different types of foams. The only thing about the foam can be very messy. So if you're someone, even if you have an issue with inserting things into your body, these may not be the best methods for you, the film or the gel or foam, but they are methods that are out there that you're able to go on and you can utilize as a method of birth control. But that's all I have today. I'm going to go on and I'm going to put some information in the notes section in just a couple minutes. I'm glad that you took an opportunity to look at this video. Again, my name is Emma Rogers Jordan. I do encourage you to speak with your doctor, speak with your nurse about preventative measures. I think as women, we all need to help each other out. Well, we need to help each other out. We need to tell people different things. If I would have known of some of the measures that are, all the things that are out on the market, I probably could have prevented my own pregnancy, all those years ago. Right now, I can say I'm happily married. I have been married for 9.5 years. I do have an 8-year-old son that was planned. And, I'm just, grateful. To God be the glory. I'm very spiritual. I'm not a very religious person, but I am a spiritual person. But we all need to help each other out as women. But again, I thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, feel free to put them, in the chat, and the details listed below. As I said before, I am going to go ahead and make some notations right there at the bottom. But you all have a nice day. Take care now. Goodbye.